Hello everybody, and welcome back. It's been a wee while. I think it's probably been maybe 7 or 8 weeks since I've last been out on the bike. Haven't really been out since I came back from the TT2000, so it could even be slightly longer than that. We're now currently in level 2 lockdown, or level 2 COVID, however you want to say it, which means we've now got the freedom of travel back here in New Zealand. We were at level 4 there for 4 weeks, and then we had, which means we couldn't leave the house unless essential. I was off work, so was Danny. So we had that for 4.5 weeks, and then we went to level 3, which meant I was back at work full time. Danny was still off work, and travel was only essential. So I still couldn't go out and ride the bike. We had that for 2 weeks. And then this week we moved to level 2 on Thursday. So that means Danny's now back at work. She's working today, and I can go out on my bike. So my bike's just been sitting for a long time. If you follow me on Instagram, you will have seen that I had some issues after TT2000, or I noticed them before the TT2000, but I fixed it after the TT2000. I was doing an oil change in preparation for the TT2000, and a chunk of circlip came out in my oil. It was stuck to my magnetic drain plug. Now, looking online, it's quite a common issue with this model DR650, with age a DR650, sorry. And what it was the circlip off of the third gear. Holy! I wasn't expecting that. It was the circlip off the third gear that had broken up. Now, my bike is a 2017 model, so it was just out of warranty by about 6 months. So I did contact Suzuki to see if they would help me out. They weren't interested, so I ordered the parts. Wasn't there. I think that cost me around about 400 New Zealand for a new set of circlips for the gearbox, and a new third gear, because when I stripped it I actually found that gear had a couple of quite bad pitting on it, which is also common on this model, and a gasket set, and I just had some black sealer at work. And so I took the engine out and stripped it at work. I didn't make a video on it because I was in at work doing it. But I've got plenty of pictures. I stripped it, repaired it and rebuilt it, and then level 4 lockdown happened, so I haven't actually, this is my first ride since then. And it's no issues, which is good. I also took my bike for a warrant this morning, a warrant of fitness, which is like an MOT if you're from the UK. It was its first warrant, when every bike that's new comes with 3 years warrant of fitness on it. So mine ran out during lockdown, so I took it this morning. This was the first Saturday that the local bike testing station was open, so I went there this morning and she passed no problemos, which was good. Would you just look at this? How gorgeous is this place? And of course, it's now near enough winter here in New Zealand. So today it's bloody freezing. So I've not got much camping trips planned at the moment. I haven't really got much planned. So I don't know how regular my videos are going to be. I couldn't honestly tell you at the moment. I'm going to try and get out as much as I can and really go from there. We were hoping to go to the Brass Monkey Rally this year, but that was cancelled. In other news, we have sold Danny's bike. So actually one of my subscribers, or somebody who watches my videos, seen on Trade Me and made me an offer. So it's currently in transit to Auckland. So Sergi, if you're watching, hopefully you enjoy the bike. Would you look at this? And hopefully it does you well. So as you know, I've mentioned it before, Danny had a couple of offs at the start. I can't remember, it would have been sometime last summer, and it kind of knocked her confidence quite a lot. They were just low speed offs on like gravel roads like this. There was no damage to the bike, but just her confidence is completely gone in riding. So she really, at the moment, has no interest in getting back on the bike. So we put it up for sale, and Sergi bought it. So at the moment, she is not going to be featuring in any of the videos. Once, obviously, my DR, we have ridden 2-up on my DR4, but it's not really suited for it. Once we get a residency, which who knows when that's going to happen with what's going on, and we get a house, I will look at buying a second bike with the money we got from Danny's, and a more 2-up capable bike, possibly, more than likely a cruiser style bike, possibly a Kawasaki Vulcan or a Suzuki Boulevard. Ideally I would like possibly like a Harley Davidson, but they are very expensive over here, so I probably won't be getting one of them. But the Japanese cruisers are pretty reasonably priced and they look pretty decent. What I'm after is a shaft drive bike, fuel injected, and something with plenty of grunt. Back home we had an XS1100 for 2-up work, which had heaps of power. I never had any complaints with that. It was a great bike for 2-up. It took me and Danny all over Germany and all over Scotland without any issues. When I sold that, I moved on to GS's. I had the 1100 GS, and it was down on power quite a bit compared to the Yamaha. And even when I moved up to the 1150 GS over here, it's still noticeably down on power. I mean, they still had bags of power for 2-up, they could haul 2-up no worries, but you did know you were a 2-up. So ideally I want a bike with more power than that, so I've been looking at sort of 1500cc cruisers, sort of style, and I haven't ever ridden a cruiser really, but I'm kind of thinking that's what I'm going to be looking at. If you've got any suggestions of a bike that would fit that bill, certainly put them below in the comments. I don't really have any other news apart from that. I don't know if I've told you we sold our car, our BMW Z3. We sold that last year, maybe October time, and we've now got an old Nissan Terrano. So Danny can come out and experience roads like this, reviews like this, since she's not keen on being on the bike on these kind of roads. So we've got an old Nissan Terrano WD21, one owner, one New Zealand owner. It's got almost 400,000 on it now, but it runs like a champ. So I might stick that up in a couple of videos, maybe when we go away camping on it. We did the Tekapo track before lockdown, and we just folded the back seats down, and I got a cheap airbag from the warehouse, and we just kept in the back of it. We may do that again, but it's pretty bloody cold at the moment, so I don't know. So anyway guys, I just wanted to do a quick video, give you an update on what's been happening with me, which is not a whole lot. As I can imagine, everybody else is the same. Hope you are all staying safe, and I don't know how often videos are going to be from now on, but I'll try and upload as much as I can, and I will see you all in the next one, guys. Catch you later.